Hello everyone, welcome to the Star Wars Vault. If you are new to the channel, please make sure to subscribe to see new Star Wars videos every week.
Hey guys, it's good to be back making videos for Star Wars. I'm excited to drive conversation between fans around all the new Disney Plus shows coming out. Without a doubt, I look to start with possibly the biggest show of all, and that's of course Obi-Wan Kenobi. The first 2 episodes dropped on Friday morning and we have so much to talk about, so let's get into it. There's a great recap of the prequels at the beginning, followed by a new scene at the Jedi Temple of Order 66. These elements really do a good service to getting people caught up to this show's storyline. We are met with 3 Inquisitors that have come to Tatooine hunting Jedi. Those featured are the GI, the 5th brother, and a new character named Reva, known as the 3rd sister. Reva displays aggression and impulsiveness in her tactics to draw out the Jedi, causing tension with the Grand Inquisitor. And shortly after, we see our man once again, Obi-Wan, with Ewan McGregor reprising his role. He's working a normal job, he's staying low, and of course, he's keeping an eye on young Luke Skywalker. We see Obi-Wan go through a nightmare with a lot of flashbacks of Anakin, where he wakes up and he's reaching out to Master Qui-Gon, but he gets no answer. And this is the kind of stuff that we all wanted to see for decades, and it's just very intriguing to finally get it. We see Uncle Owen talking to Ben, telling him to leave him and Luke alone. Obi-Wan expresses to him that he must be trained, but Owen replies, like you trained his father, and this hit Obi-Wan pretty deep on screen. The Inquisitor's Return, Reva's coming in, just all crazy. She just severs an old lady's hand like it's nothing. She threatens and intimidates Owen to try to lure a Jedi out, and the 5th brother has to step in order to stand down, warns her of going way too far. We see this Jedi on the run finally find Obi-Wan asking for his help. The only help Obi-Wan gives him is, hey, bury your lightsaber in the desert and stay hidden, mentioning to him the fight is done and the time of the Jedi is over. The show transitions to Alderaan, where we see a young Leia Organa running off, being rebellious from her political parents with her little droid named Lola. There's this family gathering at the Organas where Leia's cousin shows his true snobby self, to which the young girl verbally dismantles him so much so that she gets tattled on, which I thought this was a very, very funny scene. And the Leia casting is also just near perfect in my opinion. It's very well done. Bail Organa tells his daughter that she's a real Organa despite what anyone says. Soon we see Leia running away from these 3 unknown guys who eventually catch and kidnap her. This leads Senator Organa to call Obi-Wan, asking him to help rescue Leia, reminding him that she's just as important as her brother. Obi-Wan initially declines, but he walks into town. He finds that Jedi he ran into previously hanging just lifeless on display. This possibly gave Obi-Wan the feeling of damned if you do, damned if you don't, because as soon as he goes back to his cave, he is greeted by Bail, who wasted no time to fly to Tatooine and convince Obi-Wan. He tells him to move on, that, he couldn't save Anakin, but he can still save Leia. This episode concludes with him digging up a box he buried in the desert containing both his and Anakin's lightsabers. He then gets ready to board transport to Daiyu. Episode 2 goes and kicks off with Obi-Wan reaching the planet Daiyu, and we get a cameo of an old clone veteran asking for credits for food, and Obi-Wan does go ahead and give him some. He is taken to a self-proclaimed Jedi and watches on as he scams a mother and child who needed his help for passage. Obi-Wan approaches Haja Estri, and he isn't playing any games with him. He even pulls a blaster on him, asking for assistance to find Leia since he does know the sewers. Obi-Wan walks through some drug lab on his way to Leia, and gets stopped by some henchmen as he struggles to shake them off. Really struggles. The bounty hunter hired to kidnap Leia finds Kenobi and gains the upper hand, starts taunting him, which is a really foolish move as Obi-Wan is quick to drop his spice bomb and knocks all 3 men out cold. He goes and finds Leia as this is the first time they meet. Leia, being ever so smart even at her young age, is weary of old Ben, not sure if she should really trust him. He tries to take her to safety through the city until Reva puts a hit on Kenobi so every bounty hunter and goonsman around can close in on him, using his Revenge of the Sith picture even. When Leia sees this image, she instantly runs away and believes Ben is lying to her. When the hunt becomes real extreme, Obi-Wan is forced to use, of course, an uncivilized weapon, in his own words, to protect himself and Leia. And on top of this building that they're on, Leia jumps and falls, to which Obi-Wan, for the first time, he uses the Force to save her from falling to the ground. And this makes her believe that he is telling the truth and is in fact a Jedi. The Grand Inquisitor grabs Vec, the bounty hunter hired by Reva, asking where Kenobi is. He says he doesn't know. He's trying to resist this helicopter lightsaber, to which you just hear him screaming in the background, so you know he got cut up pretty bad there. The GI is displeased with Reva's ambition, so now we see Haja actually helping Obi-Wan by directing him to passage off-planet, and tries to hold off Reva, who proceeds to read his mind and find Kenobi. Right before this, though, Obi-Wan tells Leia she reminds him of a friend who died long ago, this being, of course, her own mother, Padme Amidala. Reva corners Obi-Wan, who sends Leia to get on the ship. She reveals to Kenobi that Anakin Skywalker is still alive and has been looking for him. The GI interrupts, and Reva gets annoyed, thinking he will steal all the credit for this mission. She just decides to go and gut him with her saber, allowing Kenobi to run to the ship and escape. This episode ends with Obi-Wan trembling in fear as he whispers, "Anakin," followed by Vader himself waking up in his bacta tank looking menacing as ever. So, guys, this was a hell of a kickoff to this 6-part series, and I can already tell that it has been exciting for the fans. I know many people have mixed reviews on Reva. Personally, I'm curious how she knows Anakin is Darth Vader. Like, how does she know this, and what extent has she gone on her mission the last 10 years to find Kenobi? Luckily, we still have 4 episodes left, so the jury is still out on how we should feel about Reva's character. Nothing to me takes away the big moments so far for the show. Like, it's all enjoyable and exciting to me. I mean, maybe not for everyone, but that's how I've been seeing it so far. But of course, I'd love to know what everybody thinks about these episodes. How are you guys enjoying Kenobi so far? What are your favorite moments? Who is your favorite character in the series after seeing episode 2? Please drop your thoughts and opinions in the comments section below. Hey, don't forget to, give me a thumbs up if you did enjoy my content. I really appreciate it. Instagram and Twitter, as always, they're linked in the description. For now, guys, that concludes my recap. I'll see you all after episode 3. So until then, my friends, may the Force be with you.